Hey guys, welcome back to Moko Talks. My name is Moko, and today's topic is gonna be about Dragon Age Veilguard again. Ever since I made the two videos reacting to the trailer, the garbage trailer and the garbage gameplay, some news came into light, and wow, guess everything I said was right. This game is gonna be dead on arrival, and I will definitely not be purchasing it, by the way, because of the values these writers. I'm gonna drive it a little bit home here. I'm gonna emphasis on the writers and the design team than the developers, because I think developers have no say in how this game is being made. It's the influential people in the company right now that are making the well, disgusting ideas basically, and really perverting this game to what it was actually, what it was basically. Like, Dragon Age Origins was a staple in the RPG genre. It was the game back in when it first came out, and I am very sad and angry that it has become to this. So there's a couple of news that came out. The game is not doing well with the pre-orders, so it's even doing worse than Star Wars Outlaws, and that is a shock. I have never in my life expected the game doing worse than Outlaws, and that game was horrible. The design team, the character customization is very disgusting, and very it takes on the values of very perverted people in this world, and it really breaks the fantasy world that was built inside of Dragon Age. And not only that, but the character customization has been taken, like the example I was taking for the character customization was from The Sims 4, which is arguably the worst character customization of all the Sims ever, and I'm talking about Sims 1 here. The very cartoonish style that the game has implemented is basically out of The Sims. Are you absolutely out of your goddamn minds? The Sims, really now? And that's not coming from me, that's coming from the developers themselves. That's from Bioware. It's incomprehensible what you're doing here. Do you even understand what Dragon Age is anymore? And I swear to God, if I see someone in my comments write me a full fucking story like 30 40 pages long of absolute nonsense, I will delete it. I don't give a fuck. I will block this person. I will delete it. Absolutely waste of my time, like in the last video. No. This game is Dragon Age is dead. That's it. The game no longer exists in my world. There's only one game that ever came out, which is Dragon Age Origins. Dragon Age doesn't exist. Inquisition doesn't exist, and goddamn well, this game does not exist as well. I am done with Dragon Age, and I'm not even gonna play it to just prove my point, because the information that's coming out, and it's very it's very credible source, by the way. So let's check it out. All right, let's first read this read this article, and then we will go for the other sources. Let me switch here. Okay, so this is from That Dark Place. Alleged Dragon Age The Veilguard playtester reveals how ultra woke game really how ultra woke the game really is, beginning with non-binary Kunari companion. Oh, I can't. They're even contradicting their own lore, by the way. An alleged Dragon Age The Veilguard playtester broke his NDA to reveal how ultra woke the game really is, beginning with the fact that the Kunari companion Tash identifies as non-binary. In a fantasy world, you're using your... I can't. Why not have them use cars? Why not have them use real textile clothes? Like, why even have a fantasy world? Why does fantasy even exist anymore? If you want to drive your own inane, disgusting, perverted values in it, why? These things don't exist in the real world. It's just in your head and you're trying to project it out to us. Why even have games? Why if you have gaming? Why are you even the gaming community in the first place, where you obviously can't put your own preferred values in the real world, so you want to put it in the world we try to go to escape the actual real world? Bro, are you insane? Are you insane? The playtester shared his information with YouTuber Nure and began with the Kunari companion Taj. He stated, "She told me that I am a non-binary person. How the hell that a fantasy game in Teras have the word non-binary? She said that I don't like men and I don't like women. I identify myself as the non-binary, just like that." And there's the video, by the way. I'm gonna put that video in my description, by the way, so you guys can go ahead and watch it. Absolute insane information coming from this. From there, he discussed romance options available in the game and implied that they are gender locked. So if you choose male pronouns, you can only romance the 2 female characters that are the dwarf Harding and the female mage Nev, which, by the way, Nev looks absolutely dog shit, and Harding, well, she's a dwarf. Like, so that's the only female option we have. No normal human romance type. No elf romance type. Are you kidding me? Like, this is absolutely insane in my opinion. However, if you choose a non-binary as a pronoun option, you can romance all the characters. Sure, yeah, because how else are you going to drive this absolute nonsense into the minds of the young people who are gonna play this game? How else are you gonna do that? How else are you gonna influence people? Regarding the pronouns he detailed, of course there is a pronouns. They shove it into your throat just like Starfield. Same thing. Yeah, the absolute mess. As for the game story, he described it's as baffling. He then went to point to Sola's role. They put him on the side. He's basically in the Fane, and basically we will talk to him every now and then, and that's it. And at the end of the game, there is something that is going to happen. Next, he shared that there is 2 elven gods. One of them is Gilnan 9. I never know how to say their names. And he will make another Darkspawn. And the other one, Elgarnan, he was trying to take the elves and basically enslave them again, something like that. He knew that it was just disappointment after disappointment. Wait, let me get this straight. In Inquisition, the game ended with Solas going on about to make the new Elven Revolution, where all the Dalish and city elves all join him and disappear from the world, and he was going to remove the veil off the Fade and just merge the real world with the Fade. And he couldn't do that for the past 10 fucking years that he was in Thedas, huh? And then now it's, oh well, it's not about that, it's about the 2 elven gods, Gilnan and Elgarnan, which are basically trying to do the same thing that happened all over again. What happened to the main story? What was, huh? He also shared that the endings for the games are drastically different from each other, but the rest of the gameplay is not all that different. He explained, you have the reputation system just like Origins. If you have good relationship with the Veil Jumpers, they will help you out, and you can pursue the ending on that front. If you do this, it will go this. If you do this, it will go this way. But it's all based on either you can redeem Solus or you're going to end him, and that's it. So it's basically the same ending in Inquisition. You either redeem Solus or try to kill him. He noted it's Andromeda all over again. Well, no one who has there are no good writers in Bioware anymore. As far as how the Inquisitor affects the game, he basically doesn't do anything. He's just going to give you a consultation of how to defeat the Elven God because he got the help in the Inquisition, and he will basically lend you support. Either he will give you the support of the Inquisition or I don't know, but it depends if the Inquisition is disbanded. So wait, so the Inquisitor that has literally no experience in fighting the Elven Gods, he's the one who's gonna give us the tip, not the actual Grey Warden that defeated an Elven God, which was the dragon. Okay. It's going to be a shit show because the Elven God will do like a very nasty, this guy's English is really annoying. A very nasty thing because all the Inquisition are corrupted. Wait, corrupted? I don't know. As far as the origin of the player character Rogue, he revealed the character is recruited by Varric in a bar. He shared Rogue, the character, he's just a guy. They found him in a fucking bar. That's it. Varric and Harding were in the bar. They say, oh, is it this guy? They say, no, he doesn't look good. Oh, is this maybe this guy? No, this guy. Yeah, I think this is going to be a good guy, like have the fate of an entire theater in hand. He was drinking in the bar. That's it. And they took him. Wow. Goddamn, so good, you know? They're giving you as a character so much background and so much wait for the story, right? Like in Dragon Age Origins, where basically you were a part of the story in whichever background you choose from. If you were a Kusland, your whole fucking family is dead, so you have to go with the Grey Wardens to avenge your family and you know, fight the Blight or whatever. Or you're Dalish and you get affected by the Blight, so you have to go with the Grey Warden to do your own initiation. Or if you're a mage, again, same story basically. So you had like, there's no depth in the game anymore. There's no depth for your character. Even the Inquisitor barely had a past. The Inquisitor was a voice character that felt absolutely bland, because you don't know who this guy actually is. He has like a small summary of where he's from, and that's basically it. Yeah, that's you know. At least in Dragon Age 2, you grew up with Hawk. You saw Hawk going through the various points in his life to become the champion of Kirkwall. And in Dragon Age Origins, you basically have you get attached to your main character, because you feel that everything that's happening to your main character is actually happening to you, because your character is a silent character that doesn't have any personality. The personality that character gonna have is actually you. So I can't stand this anymore. There's no personal attachment to anything in gaming anymore. Everything is basically like, well, this exists. You, the gamer, are just, you know, you're a spectator to all the events that's going to happen, and you're basically just watching TV, having no personal attachment, not even immersion in the fucking story you were playing. Next, he shared how this feedback was not even passed along to developers at Bioware. Of course, not gonna be passed along. While recalling an interaction with his manager, he said, "How about I give you a very comprehensive feedback so you can give it to the devs and that come from a Dragon Age fan?" He said, "Yes, I would like to do that, but no promises." So I sent it to him, and I wrote down there because he said, "Hey, I'm sorry. I feel like I'm having an aneurysm reading this. Hey, you need to write it down in your computer, so you cannot write it down on your personal computer." So I write it there and everything, and I showed it to him. He looked at it and he said, "This is like very good. Unfortunately, I cannot send it to them." He then explained why. I asked him what's the reason. He said that this is a very good feedback, but I cannot, because I was going in like every single character. I even told him that. What is the non-binary in that universe? How the hell does that world where it travels through time and space? From there, he discussed the Grey Warden Darver. Okay, so basically he gave him the feedback, but his manager couldn't pass it along because they weren't gonna like it. From there, he discussed the Grey Warden Davrin, and that he has no knowledge of the Grey Wardens. Of course, man, why would he? You know, why would he? You know, in the Dragon Age Inquisition, we have Blackwall, the guy who's a Grey Warden, but he literally was not even initiated. Why would we give any attention to the Grey Wardens? Why would we give them any kind of good guy kind of thing, make them like the main characters, the main powerhouse in Thedas? You know what? Why would we do that? You know, I have this theory that the people at Bioware, the writers, the managers, the developers, they all hate Dragon Age Origins. I actually feel like they all hate that game, because every single turn they want to shit on the Grey Wardens. In every single turn, the Grey Wardens may not be the good guys every single time, but they sure as hell are pragmatic and try to get the best solution out of a situation without fucking it up even more, you know. And the ones who do fuck it up even more are basically frowned upon in the Grey Wardens. But they don't want to. They don't want to take it. They just want to make them either the bad guys, or the one who's actually a Grey Warden. Yeah, he seems good, but he's not really a Grey Warden, you know? Like, fuck off. He had no idea about anything for the Grey Warden. He's basically a scout in the Grey Wardens. He didn't fully finish his fucking training. He continued. He was the one that decided the entire Grey Warden once again, and he's a nobody. As for why he's the character who gets the most decision to play tester alleged because he has a different skin tone. Of course. Hey, I'm not even gonna take this as a face value. I will take this information to heart because it's been shown so many fucking times in each of these kind of games. This kind of shit is always takes the spotlight. Always. He then described gameplay in the Fade as a walking simulator that features a couple of fetching quests and taking stuff here and there, and that's it. This alleged playtest also shared that Morgan and Varric are merely advisors in the game. Of course they're gonna be. They're not gonna give them a big role. I mean, this is nothing special. They went with the advisor thing like they did in Inquisition. This is something didn't really like that much, but it is what it is. Also, regarding the Fade, they have been fucking the Fade up since Dragon Age 2. They cannot make a good Fade level. I don't know why. Like in Origins, it was a little okay. In Origins, it was kind of deep in Origins when you get trapped in the Fade and you have to. And each dreamer has his own world, and it's like really good. In Inquisition, it was just like basically a cave with spiders. Didn't really match the this person's world. And even worse, it's like they say, oh yeah, I see something different. Oh no, but I see something different. Oh, but the main character sees spiders. So you want, I'm sorry, why? You know why? I'm gonna tell you why. Because the main character was so fucking bland. He didn't have any stinking background for him. They didn't do any background to him, and they thought too much trouble if each and every kind of different character you choose with a different background has different kind of view in the Fade. This alleged playtest also shared that Morgan okay, finally he thinks the game is so bad that it'll be the end of Bioware. When I playtested it, I told myself and my friend that this is the end. This is the end for Bioware. This is where Bioware, they say, EA will basically pull the plug. And that's it. And of course, I'm gonna put the video with the interview in my description. You can see it down below. But like I said, guys, the game is not gonna, like, it's such a mess. It's such a mess. And on top of that, the writers at Bioware are all anti-gamers. They're all anti-gamers. They take any criticism to heart as if we're killed their goddamn kids or mothers. Like, it's so insane to me how they still want to go down that road. Like, there's so many failed games, like Star Wars Outlaws failed, what was it that was like a Forspoken failed, Dustborn failed, Unknown 9 failed. They all failed. Stop going with that route. The gamers, the gaming community don't want it. You don't have an audience for it. It's goddamn apparent, like day and night, man. Look at the numbers. Seriously, look at the sales numbers for these kind of games. They're so low. Studios are closing because of it. It's not a fucking witch hunt, man. The majority of players in the gaming community don't want this shit in their video games. When will you get it through your fucking skull? There is no such thing called modern audience. These are all insane people on Twitter that don't have the money to buy these kind of games, and it's not even their hobby. Why are we still catering for them? Why are still AAA games catering for these kind of people when they're not even playing their games? You're making people lose their job. You're costing people's jobs. You're costing studios. You're costing great names to fucking fall off flat on its face and be destroyed. You're besmirching the history of video games, of Dragon Age, for fuck's sake. Dragon Age was literally an icon. And look what it is now. Look what it is now. A cartoony fucking mess with absolutely perverted values that doesn't really mesh well with the fantasy of the world, with this lore of the world. What are we doing? What are we doing? Mate, it's like you're in a fantasy world and you see a fucking plane. Like, wait, what? Why is there a plane there? It was like, oh, I don't know. There's a plane. Like, you guys, You don't want to do this. Like, stop doing it. I'm calling it. The Veilguard will fail. It will be a failed game. They won't be able to sell a thing. I mean, they're gonna have, like, I don't know, 200 players, 300, 500 players maybe. Maybe people who see Dragon Age don't know this shit will buy it and then leave a nasty review, and you guys gonna say, oh, this is a chud gamer, that's why he's reading this kind of review. Oh, are you guys listening to yourselves? Seriously, are you guys listening to yourselves? Even you have fucking writers and Bioware developers and managers fleeing Twitter and going to another site so they can be an even smaller echo chamber than they're already in, and they're sucking each other off there. Like, what the fuck are you on about? I'm sorry, don't take this video as like an in-depth explanation of Dragon Age or something like that. It's just a rant video, and I'm so sick and tired of this goddamn community that is the modern audience. I'm so sick and tired of them. They've ruined games, they've ruined TV shows, they've ruined movies, they've ruined comics. They didn't leave anything. They didn't leave anything. Everything they touched, they ruined. And I am very pissed off that Dragon Age is ruined because of them. That's it. That's all I have to say. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoy my content, please do leave a like and subscribe. It really helps a lot. And let me know what you guys think in the comment below. Do not fucking write 10 pages long of what you actually think. You know, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to read it. Okay? I don't want to reply to someone and have them move the goalposts and waste my goddamn fucking time. Alright? I don't have time for that. Alright. Ciao for now. Bye bye.